ご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I am here for Tamako Market, better known as Tamale Warp Drive, episode 11. Last week's episode, episode 10, focused around Midori, who in her attempts to be a responsible leader in her new position as I forget what it's actually called, but she's like the adjunct captain temporarily something of the Baton Twirling Club. Given that they have a cultural festival coming up, she decides to take on a whole lot of the responsibilities themselves. Maybe a few too many of those responsibilities herself. And ends up deciding to do all the choreography. Can't think of any choreography. Finds herself in the terrifying position of inevitably disappointing her best friends. So she eventually breaks down and reveals to them that she has not been able to actually figure out any choreography stuff. And they do exactly what you would expect that they would do. They all turn on her immediately, ostracize her, kick her the fuck out of their friend group, and tell her that she's useless. No, of course not. This is Tamako Market. They welcome her with big hugs and open arms and like, oh, Midori, we didn't realize. Oh, dude, you're Midori. You're like hyper confident at stuff. When you say you're going to get something done, we just believe you. It wouldn't have even been something that would cross our minds if the evidence hadn't been there or if Shiori hadn't seen you in the bathroom. Oh, darling. Oh, it was a really sweet episode, and I like it a lot as a Midori moment. But then there is a little thingy-majiggy at the end. Choi sees something on Tamako's neck, and it seems very clear that everything about Choi just changed. On her knees. Oh, princess. Oh, boy. Okay. So, Tamako is the fated bride of, Prince Boy, and I can't see any problems with a high school girl from semi-rural shopping area Japan being whisked away for an arranged marriage with a random prince that she's never met from a strange island nation that may or may not be magical and may or may not be existing on the same plane as us. Yeah, I can't think of anybody who would have a problem with that. Dad would be fine with that. Mochi would be fine with that. Grandpa, no problem. Tamako definitely doesn't want to stay with her friends or anything. She doesn't care about this shopping arcade at all and doesn't have any interest in continuing the family tradition of making mochi. Okay, so there are some obstacles to this actual relationship occurring, and makes me think that this relationship is not going to occur. I don't know how it will go or like what is going to happen, but I don't feel like it's going to happen the way we would expect. That said, I'm sure we can glean a ton of humor from the circumstance, and maybe some interesting character moments and some decision-making things that possibly like rephrase some of the broad themes that we've been dealing with, like conservatism or traditionalism or modernization and all that jazz. Maybe we can wrap those up into this somehow and make it part of the conflict. I don't really know. What I will say is that I have pretty absolute faith in this show so far. It's just been so good, and now we're getting into Endgame, and all I can think is that it's going to be really good. So, let's go ahead and watch episode 11. Who knew that girl would be a princess? I mean, I figured once we started talking about the whole, like, there's gonna be a princess thing. Yeah. But, yeah, nobody knew. Figured, though. Let's watch episode 11. I got it up and ready to go. Sitting at 0 seconds. There will be 2 versions of this reaction. Picture-in-picture version will be available in the description. Timer-based version up on YouTube. You want to do a syncy thing? You can do a syncy thing. Just get your copy ready because the beep-beep timer to count you down will be coming at you right now. Oh, we're on the island? Oh, this is past. So they are Pacific Islands. Okay. Which he can't do because he's all busted. Oh, wow. Skinny Dara. That's very weird. Hello, Prince dude. Okay. Okay. Why? Fair worry. That's a stupid bird. Sure do. Different kind of relationship. I was about to say, he's kind of a mom of a boy. Interesting. Ay, standing on the head just like he does to Tamako. Whoosh. Okay. Okay. Super groovy. Yeah, how'd you end up in that field before, like, getting picked and put into a flower bouquet or something? Wow. Those flowers have the prince's scent? Interesting. Is that the scent that Choi was smelling too? If so, does that have to do with the flowers that she buys for her mom every day? Maybe it does. That would actually kind of make... Huh. Okay. Feathers. Well, we'll see. Yeah, who'da thunk it? Oh, everybody knows. Small town. Of course. Oh, Jesus. I mean... Okay, that's an important distinction. Mm-hmm. How does Tamako feel about all this? I feel like she's gonna be either totally... I'm gonna go with totally oblivious. Yoink! Take. Aww. The. Oh, jeez. Yeah, please stop that shit. Yes. It will fuck your traditions. Great. Oh, yep. Do they? Indeed. Very fucking true. Nah, it's real annoying, though. Okay. Of Mochi Mazui? That's not happening. That is not happening. Yeah. Suddenly not allowed. Ah, Woto. You'll feel what soon? Oh, you just completely deflected in your own brain space. Jesus, that's a lot. Okay, so it's useless. But you really want it. Okay, sure, fair. Seems like you're avoiding the situation a little bit, but oh, okay, Dad. Oh, hi, Mochi. Oh, oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. No, it's all bullshit, man. Sadayana. All right, cool. I mean, no. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Sure is. Oh boy. Oh boy. Everybody's got their opinions. Completely. Very careful. Yes. Something like that. Oh? Okay. It's real optimistic, but I'm down. Nah. Oh. This is a very cute episode already. Mmm. 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 To? I don't want to know what just happened. On the projector? Oh, everybody's just ignoring Tamako. I love this shot. Yes, but marriage. Oh God, please no. Yeah, please. Classic. Boom. Boom. One more. Boom. Now to get your precious metal. Who gives out the medals? Oh, Jesus. Ah, the bath. Okay. Oh, I was so happy. Wow. She wanted to show, like, the transceiver thing. Holy shit. Alright, that's fair. That's a cool medal. Oh my God, he's doing the music. John. Yeah, it's a forced arranged marriage out of the blue, though, so it's a little... Yeah, exactly. It's kind of stressful. Oh, so something I've spent all my time working for versus something that is just dropped in my lap. That's really good. Hey. Whoa. Projector? Can we talk to the prince? Is it two-way? I don't know. Oh, well, we just saw projections going there. Atta. Hit. Sup? Oh, Shiori's just dead. Oh my god. Mecha? Oh, okay, okay. Mecha mochi mazui. Mochi is really, really bad. Oh, it's that kind of situation. Gotcha. That's kind of okay. No comment. Gratitude by what? It certainly would. It's pretty inconvenient, honestly. Okay. Okay. I think it does, because she's in fucking love with him. Right. Of course. Motherfucker. What do you mean? They went hard on the stars. I'm waiting for something about columns. Yeah, and avoiding it. Hi, Grandpa. She seems really focused on other things, like, completely. I'm waiting for her to fuck up. Don't push. What? You stand on the prince's head, though? Okay, bye, Dad. Oh. Wow, that was a whiplash of a conversation. Okay, cool. She's also like 15 or 16, right? Wow, he didn't even get mad about him calling him Otosan. Yeah. Wait, who the fuck is that? Okay, cool. Sure. Don't we all? Correct. How about that? Yeah. I don't believe shit, dude. Yeah. Eventually. Oh, ho, ho. Wow. Fucking all these good fucking people. Okay, bud. Oh, going to the coffee shop, are we? What you got for him? The Cupid's toy. Girl on the... I don't know. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Nice. You needed it, bud. You know it. Oh, hi, Megan A. Tamako. Mm. Very true. Very true. And he's drunk and home. He's real drunk. That was more than one Irish coffee there. Holy shit. Oh. You cannot pick that dude up. Princess Mochi. Okay. Hey. Ooh, but you're not, dude. But you're not. Oh, buddy. Everyone. Yeah. God damn, it is hard to have a whole community. Yeah. That is my favorite thing I've ever seen in my life. That trying so desperately to be quiet. Wow. Huh? Oh, I see. Home. Uh-huh. Mm. Oh. Speak more formally. Oh no. Yeah, it's all about that's the whole point of it. Is that motherfucking Mecha? Wow, what an episode. Conflicting emotions and conflict amongst people and poor Tamako. Nope, 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 nope. Ooh, that's interesting. That looks like an airport run. You know what an airport run is, right? It's trope. It's a classic one. That looks like an airport run. I wish I hadn't seen that. Because I was actually gonna talk about the possibility of getting a Mochi airport run in the next episode incoming. We'll see. We'll see if it happens. Wow, what an episode. Okay, there are some severely standout moments in this episode that I just have to mention. The one that absolutely I absolutely love is this muffled scream. This whole sequence. Used to fantastic effect, and I would say that this is the same scenario as like Reina's scream in Hibike, and the same scenario as Rei's scream in Sangatsu, No Lion. Yeah, yeah. In that somebody's just deeply frustrated and wants to get it out. But unlike those characters, she doesn't have a mountainside that she can climb up to or an abandoned schoolyard that she can wander across. She has her home, her half a room shared with a curtain dividing it with her little sister. And so she screams, but at the same time, she's trying to be considerate of the people around her and not yell loud enough to wake anybody up or get anybody else worried about her, right? So there's a layer of who Tamako is in how she expresses her frustration. That's awesome. I think that's awesome. Because this is a moment that, she's full to bursting with this frustration. And then tires herself out like immediately. Oh, it's so cute and it's kind of goofy, but it's so sad. What amazes me is that fucking nobody actually talks to Tamako about it. Really. I think one of the things that you can always do in a show if you want to piss me personally the fuck off is have characters decide the fate of other characters for them. usually have adults decide what will happen to a child character. I fucking hate that shit. Partly because of personal reasons, partly because it's such a common element of narratives, but I fucking hate that shit. And that's what this episode almost barely verges upon. In that everybody's discussing Tamako's future without her, while she is clearly focusing on something else in order to distract herself. The avoidance, the deep intentional obliviousness of Tamako in this episode is, I mean, it's ever present. Every time that people bring up the seriousness of this situation, she just goes, "Oh, my point cards." So, hey, you're going to marry the prince, and you're going to have your name renamed to Tamako Mochimatsui. Oh, how scary. Freaky, 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 freaky. Come to think of it, drops something with her chopsticks. She's fumbling for something. In her mind, she's fumbling for something, anything to take her mind off of what's going on. Oh! Yeah, there's that thing. I'm gonna fill my point cards. Look at these point cards. Woo! Choo-choo-choo-choo-choo. Everything is good in the world. Filling up point cards, getting a medal. Working for something that I want. Yeah. Definitely not avoiding the terrifying thing that is incoming. And you just look at Dad's face, and he's just like, oh. There's a lot of pain in this episode, man. There's a lot of pain in this episode. Speaking of pain in this episode, hello, Scarecrow, Mochizo, Jesus. Yikes. He's a little bit dead. And then back and forth. But it could be true. Kong. Oh, but it couldn't be true. Kong. It's great. And, Midori in the exact same way. I don't understand this. The Bride of a Wayward Prince? What is that a reference to something? I assume it is. Of a wayward prince? I don't think so. I have no idea. Maybe Bride of the Wayward Prince is like some story that I'm not familiar with. Cool. But, obviously Midori has her own stake in this game. Why would you think that? It's Tamako. Nothing could change. And then she tries to insert herself into the conversation, and she's no longer a part of the conversation, really, because the conversation's about her. And then Shiori's really into it. And Kana is, as usual, getting the meta of it, where Shiori's going full like, oh, okay, Shiori's into it. Conspiracy theory, success in business story, never gonna happen. But good ideas. I don't want to know what Choi did to him to fix the transceiver, but she fixed it. I particularly like this particular shot. I would consider this a different type of the same idea as the legs only shots. What we get here is just the top of the heads, and so pretty much the only expression or anything that we have is just the distance, just the gap between Tamako and the other three. She is following, walking behind them, trying to get into the conversation, and can't. Until she finally rips everybody's attention over to her arcade points. Again, immediately turning the conversation away from dangerous territory and towards something simple. Oh, I'm about to get the cards. Great. Good. You do that. You have fun there. And so we do. Boom, boom, boom. Nailed it. And it's a very cute little scene. And then we go fully top down, and then she does this little like bubbly 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 boop. Super cute. Super duper cute. And I mean, it's a small town thing, and this is like a goofy little reward. This is the kind of thing that a parent would do, trying to like give a gold star to their kid, right? Ja, ja, ja. It's very cute, though. Very, very wonderful. Okay, you can't sit on the head, blah, blah, blah. Good times. And then we get to meet the prince. Kinda barely. Why did Shiori react to Kita Shirakawa? I don't understand why she reacts to that. And, of course, Kana's into the columns, which is understandable, I suppose. But so strange. Okay, not related. Zip. I'd like to show my gratitude by... I assumed that what he was about to say is, by coming to visit. And then he gets cut off. So many little shots of side characters just kind of reeling from this experience. Midori's just like, oh shit, what just happened? Mochi is a little bit even worse. Just like, oh damn. And An is, as usual, completely correct. Why are we using a bird phone when we could just use a phone? Y'all are stupid. And, as usual, it's utterly obvious that Choi is head over heels for Mecha. I really hope that we can figure out a way to make that shit work out. Because, like, Choi deserves goodness. Yeah, but I don't think of myself as a bride. And then the whole show gets more detailed, more solemn, more somber. Except for Kana. Except for Kana. Kana is all about columns. It's as if suddenly, if my teddy bear were suddenly stolen. I think that's a really interesting thing to say, too. I think it tells us a little bit about Midori's view on Tamako. Something comfortable, and always nearby, and taken for granted a little bit. I wonder what this will spark in Midori. Because she has, up until this point, contented herself with being near Tamako and Tamako being happy. This could change that big time. For both her and for Mochi, it could change everything. Really intrigued to see how that happens. I feel like Midori is the one who would be more likely to do something about it. Mochi is the one who's more likely to, like, break emotionally and then do something about it. Of course it's scary. Change is terrifying. And I'm sure Tamako is the most scared of all. I love Grandpa so much. We have mentioned it multiple times before, but Grandpa as a liaison between the two sisters, figuring out what's up with one of them and then subtly mentioning it to the other one in order to set things in motion, the bomb. Anko's going on about, oh, he's really a prince. He really called her Tamako-sama. He's like a prince and stuff. Whoa, it's like out of a story. And he goes, yeah, that's cool. How is your sister? How do you think she's doing? Well, then. Well, she's exactly the same. That's kind of scary, isn't it? I was waiting for her to slip and cut her hand, actually. That was what I expected as soon as we saw her cutting carrots. Or cutting anything. Yeah, can we accept this as real? Is this shit official now? I don't know, dude. And off to the meeting. Oof. This really hurts. That really hurts. And then she immediately plays it off. That was a rough bit of a conversation. I also really love this moment. It just shows how obscenely in his own thoughts Mamedai is at this moment. Every single time up until this point that Mochi has called him father, called him Otosan, he has smacked that kid. Not this time. Doesn't even notice it. That's how you know something's fucked. I'm sorry, God, don't hurt me. Okay. Who the fuck is that character? Am I going crazy? Have I seen that character before? No, she is literally known as Blue Jacket Girl. She doesn't even have a name. Fuck it. Okay, so I'm gonna say we don't know who the hell that is, and it is fitting that I don't remember her at all. She has cool pins, kind of JoJo's. Not at all. But anyway, Sayuri comes back, which is cool, and everybody discussing all this shit about Tama. Oh yes, she deserves happiness, but she's still young. Yeah, but how the fuck does Tamako feel about this? Thank you, Mochi, because everybody is discussing this stuff. Her fate, you know? I don't like that. Now, this part is right, obviously. And I think this part is nailed as the struggle of being a parent and reconciling the possibility of letting your precious child go free. Especially when she reminds you of your late wife, who is now gone. There could be some attachment issues, you know, just a little bit. But it's all in his face in this scene, I think. And I think this emotional sequence from him is amazing. The almost shocked revelation into the resignation. Into the night of heavy drinking. So long as she's happy. So long as she's happy. And he can't take it. Tamako is my girl. Boom. Girl on the 94, the Cupid's toy. The song that inspired his song to Hinako. Why? Remembering first love? Maybe. Sometimes letting go of the important things lets us gain something else. It's a damn good line. And that one's even better. Simply having them close by doesn't ensure happiness. There's a human tendency to cling and to hold tight to the things that we care about. The people that we care about. Especially with people. I've found that anytime your motivations switch to holding on to what you have, it slips through your fingers. That only when you're continuously reaching out and letting go of something to reach out and grab another, can you really keep moving forward. Sometimes I feel like life is a gambling game, and every time you succeed, you have to double down. You have to double down and go for the next round, because you can't walk away from the table of life, right? You just can't. But that's kind of tangential to this initial point. This is a point about people that you care about. And I think with people, it's even more obviously true. Nobody likes a clingy person. Friend, relationship, parent, any of it. Nobody. Try to cling too tightly to people and you're going to lose them. And he knew what else he needed, too. Good night of drinking. Glasses Tamako is still the best. Drunk Dad is... Aw. Taroko? Just be happy. Oh. Princess Mochi. I wonder what that will come next episode, I assume. And Mochi does the same thing. I'm fine so long as you're happy. For now, We'll see how long that lasts. Because I have a feeling it won't. Good night. I also really love the thwippity thwip of the thing back over the gap. It's pretty great. And then this is genuinely my favorite thing, is Tamako's little scream out. And then teddy bear. Kind of. Koala bear. I've never heard the term let's play koala for like spooning. It's weird. And then Dara hits us with this. Everybody's fucking confused and discordant. Nobody knows what to do. A lovely morning. A missing medal. And a special delivery from a particular boy who just happens to be here now. Oh, shit. He's also really fucking cold, I think. I think he's frozen. I think there are a couple of pivotal things that I want to talk about. One is how much Tamako continues focusing on mochi. She's got the princess mochi, and then in her little ranty thing, she's like, I'm going to round them up and put them into mochi. But there's also the clear disappointment in what Mochi says. What is wrong with everybody? They all want me to leave that badly? Well, no. They're all trying to be supportive of whichever path you take, but they could do that better. What Tamako seems to want here is for someone, specifically Mochiso in this particular instance, to tell her something to stay. Give her a reason to. She's just been told that it's her fate and destiny to marry this dude from somewhere else. Give her some reason to not go. Poor thing. And then, the other thing that I wanted to talk about, just because it's interesting, is the medal. And particularly where she puts it. I forget where it is. So, we get the medal, all the Prince chat talk happens, and then we return home. For this medal, I've saved and collected point cards since elementary school. Okay, so it's the next morning that she decides that she's going to put it there. Maybe I'll display the medal here. The most important location in her house for her. The most emotionally packed location. Elementary school. She has been collecting these points since elementary school. When did Tamako's mother die? She was 6 or 7, I think. Is there possibly overlap there? I don't know. I just don't know. My thought is, what if they started collecting points together? And Tamako has been following up on it, collecting those points for years, finishing her mom's work. I think that tracks. I don't know if there's necessarily any particularly specific evidence for it, but I think it tracks. I think it works. And maybe headcanon it if you want to. I don't know if it matters. I think it's clear to us that the medal is important to Tamako, regardless of it just being a silly medal, right? It's symbolic of all of the, I mean, it's perfectly symbolic of all of the time spent at the market, her love for the market, the entrenchment of her mother in the region, and like the family that she has here and the community that she has. It's all represented by that medal. And then the alternative is to leave. And on that note, there's a really wonderful little philosophical argument that Tamako makes, oddly enough, about the value of things that haven't been earned and the value of things that have been worked toward. It's made twice in the episode, actually. One, she talks about how the medal is worth so much more to her because she's been working for it and working for it. Whereas this becoming a princess situation, every little girl dreams of being a princess. Maybe. But just having it drop into your lap depends on the person. Sometimes people aren't interested in things that are just given to them. And Tamako isn't. She's a worker. She likes to earn things. She likes the process. And so the medal is worth so much more. I think that's really cool. And then later, it's the same idea. She's lost the medal and everybody is gathering around her like, I have 50 point cards. They're yours. You can have them. We'll scrounge this together and get you another medal. It'll be fine. But it doesn't matter. It's not about the physical medal. It's about all of the times that she's gone to all of the shops that it represents. Ooh, that's good. Ooh, that's good stuff. This is a really fun episode. Well, maybe not fun. I think this is a potent episode. How about that? Poignant, potent, powerful. It's a lot of setup too. A lot of brimming, almost overflowing conflict that we just need to pop the surface tension of it and see everything explode. And I think that the arrival of the prince should probably do that. If everybody in town got into a total frizzy, I don't know if that's a word, but got totally freaked out by just the revelation that Tamako, a girl who they know, will become a princess. They also got freaked out previously about Choi arriving, and she's just a girl who does divinations. Now there's a motherfucking prince here. People are gonna be like throwing tofu at him, just like, here, have our goods, have croquets, have all kinds of things. Oh boy. That should be pretty interesting. Because, again, there's tension all over the place. Everybody here loves and is protective of Tamako. That prince is going to have to run the gauntlet if he actually wants this to go down. Now, do we think that Tamako is going to leave Usagiyama? No? No, I don't. I think she might, make the choice and start going, but then either Midori or Mochi is going to airport run it. Something's going to happen. Should be interesting when it does, though. We'll see. I don't know how you convince a prince and his diviner that they have, made some mistake or that the fates are not in play here or whatever. I mean, it's either that or we find another girl who smells like those particular flowers and has a mole on her neck, which I have been on the lookout for and have not seen, so I don't know if that exists. I think it's Tamako. We'll see how that plays out next time. Because again, we've got a whole bunch of setup. And it could go either way, and it could be really interesting either way. Ooh, Tamako Market, you are an intriguing show. Okay, I'm gonna look up stats for this episode. Just check them out. Because I'm intrigued. Particularly like the portion of the episode where we have all the girls under the starry night, the emotional close-ups of the father, particular sequences with Tamako and the other girls and her being kind of an outsider in her own friend group, and the just subtle shown not told emotional everything makes me think that there are solidly talented people working on this episode, as there usually are on KyoAni shows. But I'm going to look it up anyway. Of course, Reiko Yoshido wrote it. Of course, Naoki Yamada storyboarded it. And Noriyuki Kitanohara did the episode direction. Episode direction on Amagi, Karno Kyokai, or not Karno Kyokai, Beyond the Boundary. Kyokai no Kanata, that's the one. Grand Shinchan and Doraemon, both Full Metal Panic, storyboard and episode direction, a bunch of episodes of K-On! Yeah. This guy's, he's great. He's great. And he did great. It makes sense that the episode was storyboarded by Yamada, though. It really shows. And she will have storyboarded the next episode as well. Okay. Okay. Cool. I think this is a solid episode on its own, but we'll probably have to wait until next time to really understand how well this episode did what it was meaning to do, because there's, again, a lot of setup in this one that needs to pay off. And we'll see how that goes and how we feel about the whole of the ending next week. Oh, for now, I'm going to call it quits. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Tamako Market, episode 11. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope to catch you next week for more, aka the finale before Love Story and the Dara OVA, which we have both of as well, and we will watch both of as well. So, see you next week for the finale. Peace.